So we're gonna sit down with a few youth who are gonna tell us about how the pressure of knowing everything has affected their relationships and how they live their lives. I'm excited to dive in. You'll probably find out that you're not as alone as you think you are.
I feel like uncertainty is harder for me to process rather than bad news, because I'm the type of person that needs to know everything, needs to know all the details, needs to know what's going on. But I feel like bad news, it's concrete, this is what it is. But with uncertainty, there's so many questions and you don't know anything.
Uncertainty, because it's not knowing. So I'm a person that likes to know things, the steps that are going to happen. So not knowing what's going to happen or how it's going to happen and when it's going to happen, I'm like, no, I really have the bad news. I know at least what it is.
I feel like with bad news, it's kind of okay, yeah, that sucks. But then uncertainty, I get so anxious. I'm such an anxious person that it's uncertainty is geez, okay, now what?
I think the reason we struggle with uncertainty is because we're always wanting to be in the know what's going on, know what's next, what's coming. And when we don't have that, it leaves a gray area.
I guess because it's more people want to control what they're doing, so they want to know what they have to do next.
I think we struggle with uncertainty because again, it's we don't know. And I feel like a lot of people struggle with not knowing what's coming next because we want to know those answers and we want to know and have control over those situations, but we don't. And that's something that's really hard to give up, is control and wanting to strive for yeah, I did that, I want to do it myself, but we have to let it go sometimes and not know.
My true self, I feel like I cover up who I am, really am, so my true self.
My next steps, where to go, because I'm very I like to know exactly every single detail of every single thing that I'm doing, and so just tell me everything about my life.
I think what's gonna come next, and I feel I'm never gonna know that answer, but really just all the goals that I have, are those gonna actually come true, or is it gonna flip and then I'm gonna be happy? Because just uncertainty and not knowing what's gonna happen, I wish I knew all the answers to.
Sometimes at school, when I'm learning some new things, I don't exactly know, and I'm sometimes not paying attention, and then I'm getting really, really nervous and anxious, scared they're gonna get mad at me for something.
I think honestly, when I played football, I almost broke my ankle. So, not being sure if I can come back or not and play, that's last year I played, so losing my position was definitely I had a lot of uncertainty about if I was gonna play or not, so that definitely gave me a lot of anxiety. So.
The last time I felt insecure, anxious because of something I didn't know would probably be kind of the season in my life I am right now. I'm in the middle of changing schools and there's a lot that I don't know and I don't know what to expect.
Probably in school, teachers and friends.
I guess I would feel the most pressure maybe at school, being in a school environment, especially around lots of people who are, ambitious and want to have better futures.
In front of my family, if I had to say. I just feel that way because it's my family. There's always something in my back of my head that's nagging at me to try to look perfect in front of them.
We believe in the youth!
Awesome, great. And I'm gonna get a BTS shot, which this could be it. You dancing.
Wow, Cotton 4K.
Stop it.
Please put that in there.
That's